All right, hello Soul Searchers, hello Long Beach. This is Jorge Rivera with Soul Searching Long Beach, and it's been a little over a year now. And so in order to sort of encapsulate everything that's gone on in the last year, I've written down some questions that I can answer and then maybe kind of summarize everything. The first one that I thought of that I thought was pertinent was, how has the vision changed and why? Initially, the project started as simply just me running every street in Long Beach. I thought that would be a great feat to accomplish and something that I can have, something I can say that I did. And it grew into so much more. And I think that the vision was kind of to get people involved, to get them activated, and to just get them more motivated to be a part of their community. The vision hasn't changed all that much, but I think that it's more about raising awareness, and I think that the project, as it relates to the documentary side of the project, has changed a little bit. Initially, the documentary was going to be just kind of following me around, getting some interviews on the street and talking to folks to just get an idea of what's going on in different areas of the city. Since then, I started a full-time job as community organizer with Housing Long Beach, and my experience in that position has dramatically changed how I think that we can utilize the documentary as a tool for change. And I think that the documentary was going to be more focused on me and kind of the project and this venture and completing all the streets. And after giving it some thought, talking to some of the team members of Soul Searching, I think that the documentary can be better utilized as sort of an awareness campaign. I've made so many connections. I've learned so much about what's going on in Long Beach. I've learned so much about the disparities that we currently are living with in Long Beach. I've learned about the people that are suffering, if you will. I've learned about the haves and the have-nots. I've learned about power structure. I've learned about who makes the decisions, who calls the shots. And I've also learned about ways that we can change things and make them more equitable and make them more favorable, more just for everybody in the city. And I'm hoping that the documentary is a tool that everybody that is in some sort of activist type of position or is looking to raise awareness about their issues can utilize in order to communicate that to the larger population of Long Beach. I've learned a lot about voting in this last election year and kind of the improvements that we can make as residents, as a community, and as a city. And I hope that the documentary unfolds. I've also learned that this project is taking on a life of its own, and it continues to grow, and it continues to evolve, and it continues to change. And with that change come challenges. And some of those challenges have steered us in different directions. Some of the factors and the components of the project we're still adhering to, like the art component and the historical component that we hope to incorporate into the project and continue that. But other things have also changed. Again, like I mentioned, I started a full-time job in December, and ever since I started that, as I do with everything else, I get really entrenched in it. And I try to do the best that I can with whatever position I have. And so that job has really slowed the project down. So the timeline that we had initially put forth has changed, but it's staying true to its purpose, which is searching for the soul, not only for the soul of the city, but also internally my own personal investigations, my own personal journey, and how that translates to what I experience and what I see. And definitely this project and this job has really caused me to think about balance and taking care of oneself and what really needs to be done on an individual level to be able to lend to the greater good. And some of the challenges have been time, some of the challenges have been energy, have been resources, and just being able to put routes together is a very difficult task. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Running the actual streets, finding time to run the streets, especially trying to juggle a full-time job and other projects that I already had going on, has been very challenging. But regardless of those challenges, we still want to complete this project. It's not going to hold to the timeline that we initially thought it was going to have, but we're going to complete it nonetheless. Whether it takes 2 years or whether it takes 3 years, we feel that this is an important piece to raise awareness. And it's just an important experience just for my own self. So personally, I want to see this project through no matter how long it takes and no matter what those challenges are. I want to face them head on, and I want to definitely find a way to go through them. The other question is, like, what have I learned so far? God, I've learned so much. I've learned about all of the disparities. I've seen two different sides of the coin, if you will. Two different sides of the city. I've learned what some parts of Long Beach have and what other parts don't have. I've seen differences in resources, and it's just been an eye-opener. And talking to folks on the street, I get a real sense of what their concerns are and what their immediate issues are, and how we can go forward and maybe try to address those. This is a constant learning process, and I'm learning so much from everybody that I'm working with. I'm learning so much about the people that I'm talking to, and I'm learning a lot about myself in this process as well. And so the last question is, where do we go from here? Well, just like I said, we're going to continue to work on this project, and we're going to take a different direction with the documentary. Hopefully have it be more inclusive with other people of the community, to get an idea of what they want to see and what they like to see fulfilled, and how they can utilize this tool as a means to create positive social change. But like with any project, you know, we always need help, and that's one of the lack of resources. We can definitely use more volunteers to help fulfill this project and help fulfill the execution and the direction and the production of this documentary, which I hope is, again, going to be a very useful tool for a lot of people that want to create change. And I think the first step of creating change and getting people involved is to raise awareness. And that's really the main reason why we're doing this, because we really want to raise awareness about not only the assets that Long Beach currently has, but of all the needs that it still has to be fulfilled. So we want to thank everybody who has encouraged us and supported us in this last year, and we hope you stick with us, continue to support us, continue to come out, follow our newsletter, follow our Facebook page, and just contribute your thoughts, contribute your feelings, and I hope that that together we can see this through. And again, I hope that this lends to all the great things that people are trying to do in our community and in our city. So I'm very grateful for all of your support. I thank you so very much. And again, you know, Soul Searching Long Beach, it's searching for the soul of the city. And I just want people to understand and to own that we, the people, we run Long Beach. And once we start to realize that, once we start to own that, then change is definitely going to ensue from that point forward. So thanks again. Thanks for following. Have a very happy 4th of July. And again, we run Long Beach.